Hold up. It's that boy G-Planz. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall, some say he's a man.
I don't ever be outside unless it's a hosting.
So I want to get it right. So is it Jennaske?
No, Jennaske.
Jennaske.
Yeah.
And I want to, because he always say ski.
Yeah.
So, I want to make sure I get it right. So how you doing? You in Houston?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Your energy is so good right now.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
I appreciate y'all having me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or something. You know what I'm saying?
So let's get straight into it. You from New York?
Yeah.
What part?
Queens, New York.
Queens. So ain't Nikki from Queens?
Yes.
So Nikki, who else came out of Queens with prominent names?
I think Olivia. Who else came from Queens? I don't really know who came from Queens, but I know a lot of people came from New York.
Yeah.
Look here, right?
I mean, you can look wherever you want.
Okay, shit. Okay.
Got you.
Okay.
So you from Queens. What's Queens like? I've never been to Queens. I've been to New York.
Right.
Never been to Queens.
Well, Queens is just chill. Where I'm at, I'm on the north side, so it be chill. But up the block is like on Murdoch. It be crazy on Murdoch. But where I'm at, I mean, it was chill, cool neighborhood. My mom tried to always put me in Catholic school, but I always like a rebel, always fighting all types of shit and stuff like that. But, because she tried to put me in the right direction, I always had, like, certain things embedded into me, so I always was hustling.
Yeah. Straight up. So Queens, like I always hear, when I hear New York people, well, the perception that we have is that y'all, like, real aggressive.
Really?
And tough. Yeah, like y'all don't speak to people. Y'all don't have no hospitality. I seen you give me a hug. I'm like, what the? What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that means you was raised by some good people.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Because it's so crazy. Even when I'm in Miami, they don't really be like that nice. I think like people don't be hugging each other. The girls don't be hugging random dudes and stuff like that. Like they don't do that. Yeah. Yeah. And when I do that, I'm like, That's why when I came in, I started hugging everybody. I was like, wait, maybe they feel like that's too touchy. I'm like, I didn't know.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So you left New York. Mm-hmm. And then you just went to Miami.
Yeah.
What made you do that, or how long you made that transition?
I made that transition like a few years ago. Like going to Miami. I felt like I did what I needed to do in New York, and I just wanted to move to like try to take over Miami. But Miami is just too lit. Like when something is just all the bitches got fat asses, they all bad. Like the niggas just want to spend on you. It's hard to focus there. So I'm like, nah, I gotta go back to New York and just like, you know what I'm saying, huddle up, go to the studio, and then I'll come back to Miami when need be. But like now, I'm starting to be outside in Houston now, like, cause Houston seems like it's it right now. Texas is it right now, so I'm loving the vibes here.
Yeah, Texas is where it's at for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like you go to these different cities, like what's the best vibe? You come to the South, you go to Miami, then you come here, and you say you go there. What's the best vibe for you?
Well, I went to this like one restaurant. I don't know if you can find it like mad silly, but Black Walnut.
Yes.
They don't have that in New York. So I'm like, oh my God, this shit is lit. Yeah. And every friend I have out here, they're like, yo, this shit is high. This is nothing. I'm like, yo, they don't have no chicken Mediterranean where I'm at. Street corn? Like, and we not on the streets. We eat street corn in the restaurant. Like, I love Black Walnut. But obviously, I need to go to other restaurants for me to know exactly what I like. But right now, Black Walnut is it for me.
Wow. That's
because it's different. It's like, okay, bougie kind of vibes to me. So, and it's crazy. I always went to restaurants in Manhattan, but I don't know, like once you're there for so long, things are like not as, it's not as like, oh my gosh, but since that's new for me here, I'm like, oh my gosh, Black Walnut.
Wow. Now, of course, like we go reiterate, you from New York.
Yeah.
Now we know that Nicki and Cardi B like running it when it comes to female artists.
Right.
Or they like, do you like look up to them, or do they inspire you in some way of being a female artist in the game?
That's a great question. I love exactly what they're doing. I love the hustle, the ambition. I love everything they got going on. I don't look up to anybody per se. I just like, I have a mentality where it's like, yo, you need to be better than last week. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just keep myself afloat and like, not to be too myself to myself. I still realize what other female rappers are doing and I acknowledge it. And, I'll give appreciation to it. But as far as in looking up to someone, I don't look up to no one but God. And then I just be like hustling on my own. Like, yo, last week I was down. This week I need to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,